I found it hilarious when at halftime, Tony Romo said, "Watch out, Jim. The Broncos, they could be dangerous here because they believe." Who cares if they believe? It doesn't matter if you're not a good enough football team. And it certainly doesn't matter if the other team that is superior to you also is ready to cut your throat out. It doesn't matter, this believe thing. And for the Broncos coming into this game, I said it all week on my radio show on SiriusXM on Mad Dog Sports Radio Channel 82 in the mornings. I said there is nothing that worries me about this game when it comes to the Buffalo Bills, because it would take absolutely the worst effort the Bills put out there all season long. It would take the very best effort of the Broncos, and it would take a gag job because of pressure mounting, because of scrutiny on the team, because of the here we go again from Josh Allen and the Bills. And I just don't think they have that in them this year. I don't think they have the here we go again, and we're going to turtle. We're going to choke. They could lose next week to the Ravens. They could lose certainly in the AFC Championship game to the Chiefs. They might not bring home the Vince Lombardi trophy, but I don't think it's going to be because they choke due to pressure. I think that is a misnomer, and that's why the idea, I thought coming into this game, that the pressure of the Broncos could rattle Josh Allen, that the defensive pressure of the Broncos could make this a game, I just didn't believe. Because I think as a game plays out, when you have a superior squad with too much talent and a quarterback playing at that level, and the composure of, don't worry, we got this. I just don't think you lose to an inferior team like the Broncos today, and that was proven out. Now, again, it does not mean that they'll cruise to a Super Bowl. It just means that against a team you're much better than, this is a different Bills squad. And I think it's a different Bills squad in the playoffs. They will not turtle. They will not choke. They will not get spooked. They might lose, but if they lose, it's because the other team was just better than them on that day. That's that. And I think they are just operating at a different confidence level, and so much of that is just command from Josh Allen. We've seen this over the course of the season, that he just has this superior decision-making. And I think a lot of that has to do with where he is in his trajectory of his career. He's at that point in time that sometimes quarterbacks talk about, where you have experience and you have your athletic ability. And unfortunately, your athletic ability starts to go down as your experience goes up. It's where those 2 points on a graph meet that you are at your apex. And right now, Josh Allen is at his apex. His decision-making and experience is here, and his athleticism is still at an all-time high. At some point, Josh will lose zip on his fastball with his arm. He will not be able to run over, through, or around defensive players. He'll be a step slower. And once that comes down to here, it's harder to make the plays he's making. But now, he's not getting rope-a-doped into mistakes. He's just buying his time until he can make the big play, the big throw. And I think Brady also, Joe Brady, has brought such a balance to this offense that look at what James Cook did today on the ground. They don't mind running the football. This is not we got to get the ball in Josh Allen's hands more. This is we'll pick our spots and we'll run the football. We'll be fine with running the football. We can run the football down your throat if we need to. We can play smash mouth too. And that's a different type of Bills team. They're at a different type of level. Now, the unfortunate reality for them is they've got 2 teams of the AFC still ahead of them that can beat them because they could be better than them on that given day, the Ravens and the Chiefs. Now, I don't think the Bills fear the Chiefs. They beat them in the regular season again this year. I don't even know if the Bills fear the Chiefs in the playoffs. They play them really well each time they match up against them. And I think they're at a different level from an operational standpoint. But the Chiefs on that day at home with Mahomes just might be better. But I really don't think you're going to see a Bills team get eliminated because they choke. Now, there's always the McDermott thing that hangs over their head. There's always in the back of your head, what's McDermott going to do? But today, tight first half, points weren't there, fake punt by the Broncos to steal a possession, all those things that could have went against the Bills. And at halftime, are Are they nervous? They came right out of the chute of the second half and drove it right down the Broncos' throats. It was like, okay, that's that next level that the Bills can get to with Allen this season.